Today I took one red trade. Was not in the plan, did not follow the plan. Took a random ass trade. Yeah, just horrible trading overall today. Yeah, disappointing and way to end the week. So yesterday there was a sell-off, and all the pivot relationships were lower on TPO, also lower on the cams, and lower on CPR. So it was a bearish bias there. Today's open was also under value very low, and yesterday low. So my main plan today was to, basically my only plan was to short this area from anywhere from 65.11 to 65.25. So that was kind of the area I was looking forward to short. I did have this demand in this high volume node ledge or low volume node area, but I felt that was way too far down. So basically my only plan was shorting that area. And I did none of that today. So market opens up today, and I was hoping that it would come up to this level here, at least to 65.11 or so. But it just tanked and came down. And so it was pretty far away. What was it, 50 points away from, 40 points away from my level. And I guess I just wanted to, I don't know, try to find something out of nothing. And I should have just stepped away and waited for my level to hit, but I didn't do that, and I paid for it. So market opens up, and it starts selling off, and it forms a little P shape over here, and a delta divergence as it's selling off. I kind of wanted to take it here, but yeah, it wasn't my plan, so I didn't take it. And I had to wait for my plan to trigger. But all that went out the window afterwards. So it comes back up to 64.81, this high volume, high delta area, negative 2,000 delta here, negative 1,000 delta here. I'm kind of looking at this to see if there's any sort of response to that level. So I see these selling imbalances come in, and then I'm also seeing some sort of P shape here, a little bit of P shape there, and it was not at my level, obviously, but it sold off, and then there's this little 50% retracement, and the idea was that I could take it for a continuation short all the way to L4 and beyond. And this high delta, negative delta level was particularly interesting, and I see that this 2-minute delta divergence formed, and then also forming on here, 2-minute delta divergence there. But it was about 10 points of risk, so I wasn't trying to be aggressive there. But I said there is a 2-minute delta divergence here, 2-minute delta divergence there, and then CVD divergence, hidden divergence was forming there as delta was breaking highs. So I entered with one contract here, 1-minute delta divergence also, and then it got immediately bought back up, and I thought maybe it would reject here again, but did not, and just stopped me out. So that was a very unnecessary loss. 10 points there, and yeah, and as soon as I got in, I was like, it's not in my plan. I don't know why I entered it. Just wanted to trade something, I guess. And they eventually went up to L3 here. And I saw really good confirmations here, but I didn't want to take another trade that was not in my plan, so I kept myself from entering it. But even if it was a level, break and retest of this L3 level, there's a nice little P shape here. There's a big delta divergence there, and also a delta divergence on the 20 range chart. And then, yeah, I don't know. I would have probably wanted a little more of a retest here, but yeah, didn't really get that, and it just sold off. And that would have worked out, actually, if I did take that for 3R, and it came down all the way to L4. So that would have worked out nicely, but I didn't take that one because it wasn't in my plan, which I should have done with this one. But what can you do? And then there's this idea where another 50% drop here, or retracement here, and then the idea was that it would go break the lows, but yeah, I guess it did break the lows, and then it popped right back up. So that would have worked out a little bit, although it didn't hit 3R, so probably would have taken a break even on that. But none of these were in my plan, so shouldn't have taken them anyways. Not a good way to end the week.